Governor Newsom firing back tonight after an announcement from the U.S. Department of Education. It declared the California Department of Education and the California Interscholastic Federation in violation of Title IX. That's for allowing trans athletes or biological males to compete in girls' sports. Launched June 18th, the U.S. Department of Education announced the conclusion of its Title IX investigations into the CDE and CIF in a news release this morning. Title IX is a 1972 federal law that prohibits sex-based discrimination in any educational program or activity that receives federal funding. In response to that announcement, Governor Newsom took to social media through his press office, posting, "Secretary McMahon is confusing government with her WrestleMania days, dramatic, fake, and completely divorced from reality." And in another post, quote, "Important context for those on here who have become experts overnight in California law and government. CIF is an independent nonprofit. It is not part of the Newsom administration. California is one of 22 states that have laws requiring transgender students to participate in sports consistent with their gender identity. This won't stick," unquote. The U.S. Department of Education says California has actively prevented the equality of opportunity required by Title IX by allowing males in girls' sports and intimate spaces. Many of those who believe the same way and who've been actively working to change this say they're encouraged by today's announcement. Sophia Lowry, girls' sports advocate with the California Family Council, says this morning's announcement by the U.S. Department of Education was a major morale boost for her and her colleagues.
We've been working on this issue for a while, really wanting to see girls in California once have safe sports and safe spaces again. So when we saw that the U.S. Department of Education was finally cracking down, we were ecstatic.
In addition to declaring the California Department of Education and the California Interscholastic Federation in violation of Title IX, the announcement also lists a number of required action items and a 10-day deadline for the CDE and CIF to initiate them, including issuing a notice to all recipients of federal funding that operate interscholastic athletic programs in California, requiring them to comply with Title IX, forbidding schools from allowing males from participating in female sports and from occupying female intimate facilities, and to adopt biology-based definitions of the words male and female. Notifying recipients that any interpretation of California state law conflicting with the department's resolution agreement is preempted by federal law under Title IX, and rescinding any guidance advising local school districts to permit male athletes to participate in women's and girls' sports. Lowry, also a former collegiate athlete, says she likes two more provisions in particular.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of what came out today is actually the requirement saying that if a female athlete has had her record broken by a male or has lost a medal or a title due to a male in girls' sports, that they will have to be given back that record, given back that title, as well as they will have to offer and send an apology letter to every female athlete this has happened to. I think that's the bare minimum of what we can do because girls have lost out so much already due to male athletes.
But Lowry says she also does not expect the challenge to California from the Trump administration to go down without a fight.
Correct. We don't expect Gavin Newsom and the Democrat California state legislators to easily just follow along what the U.S. Department is saying here. They've made it clear that they want to go down in history as the people who have worked to erase girls' sports in the state of California.
The consequences of not complying with those action items within the next 10 days also spelled out in the announcement. Imminent enforcement action, including referral to the U.S. Department of Justice for proceedings and the threat of losing federal funding.
We're seeing the opportunity of federal funding being pulled here. And so it really shows that Governor Newsom, the California Department of Ed, and CIF are willing to lose federal funding, which helps out all of those in the education system in California because they want to continue to allow males to be able to expose their genitalia in girls' locker rooms.
Now, Lowry also says she wanted to make clear that she and her organization are not working to ban athletes from competing, as some critics allege. They're just saying that every athlete should have to compete with athletes of the same sex, males against males, females against females. Now, you may remember the Valley, and Clovis in particular, became ground zero for the national trans athlete debate during the CIF track and field state championships late last month at Veterans Memorial Stadium at Buchanan High School. We put together a timeline for you of those events and what happened here. Take a look.
Better comply, because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding. Every state, good, I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
Boys are boys, girls are girls. This son does not belong competing against those girls, period.
How are you going to save girls' sports when the team that I'm on you're not reaching out to? They wouldn't do anything different to not have me on this team.
Donald Trump set off a firestorm this morning, threatening to withhold federal funding from the state of California over the issue of transgender athletes.
It's heartbreaking as I'm getting texts, getting calls, and talking to the girls that are coming to me in tears because they're losing their spot due to a male.
We are not trying to bully the student. We are trying to make a stand for those in leadership.
That people have their back. People are there to speak on their behalf, to work for their freedoms, to be accepted.
The CIF is now clarifying changes that it's made to its policy over trans athletes competing in this weekend's state track and field championships and beyond.
Today, I call on
And to see more of this special coverage, just head over to our KMPH Fox 26 News YouTube channel or scan the QR code you see right there on your screen. Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.